Can they handcuffs be in front of me? We'll see.
Yo, what type of... Yo, this must be the freaky things you do with your students. Put the handcuffs in front of you. I never seen nothing like that, bro. You know they not even gonna fit in front of you. The shirt barely fit in front of you, bro.
I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration.
You too, what it do, man? It is your boy Abdul up next, and I am back with another video today, man. Yes, Sirski, and today teachers getting exposed for dating students. You're in a relationship with your student. You're clapping your student. In the comments today, I want you guys to give me a firm guess. How do you think it's gonna be more male or female teachers who's dating their student? Now, as crazy as it sounds, I know what a lot of y'all are thinking, so let me stop you ahead of time. No, you don't wish it was you. You're gonna be like, where was these teachers at when I was in high school? I would have been knocking it through and I would have never snitched. Don't be saying that, bruh. That's not it. These teachers are straight criminals. They knocking stuff back in the drought. We all know most of y'all teachers, they either married or they're in a drought. If a teacher is just naturally always mean, nobody's knocking it back. They need somebody to give it a little dive in. They need some... I'm already knowing the creepiest teachers always be the male gym teachers. Let me tell you why the creepiest teacher always be the male gym one. I had a C in health class, bruh. Girl right next to me had an A. She coming to me for the answer, so how she got an A? Girls don't even dress out for PE, but they never failing. And then you realize every PE health teacher that's a male be fat too. Like how you gonna teach me how to get in shape if you not even in shape? I never really understood that, but he looked like a potato. So yeah, I'm here to hate on every teacher on this video. Yes, it's another video, another day to hate. I smell hate in the air, boy. Like the video before we even get started.
Didn't tell you why you're under arrest.
No.
It's involving a relationship with.
Well, I'll be going home next year.
No, you do go to jail.
I'm little. They're gonna tear me apart.
Freak out teach! Freak out teach! They're gonna tear me apart. Bro, I gotta pause? What do you even mean by that? Frappino, cappuccino, frappino, bruh.
This is the moment 27-year-old teacher Brittany realized that her horrifying secret had been uncovered, and she was about to spend the rest of her life behind bars. But classroom predators like this are more common than you'd think, like this gym teacher who was given 30 years in prison.
I told you! Bro, it be the gym teachers, bro. Look at them. Built like a potato. Oh my God. How were you teaching gym in the first place? You're literally built like the number 0, bro. Your thigh thicker than Megan Thee Stallion, boy. Your thigh's thicker than Megan Thee Stallion. Why you teaching gym? Boy, you need to come run them labs too. Stop playing.
On the 27th of March, 2022, officers arrived at Coach Vigilant DeHady's house to arrest him on a warrant.
Damn! This your house? This gotta be an apartment complex. You got all that money and no bunions. Oh, I love to see a downfall, boy. You should have known, like, once you a PE teacher and you start doing questionable stuff like giving extra credit, we gotta run a case on you. Like, what was you running extra credit for in PE? Come on, bro, what type of extra credit he out here giving?
For multiple counts of acts on victims as young as 12 years old. When the police went to handcuff him, Vigilant had a very unusual reaction.
Look at his belly.
Can they be in front of me? Can the handcuffs be in front of me? We'll see.
Yo, what type of... Yo, this must be the freaky things you do with your students. Put the handcuffs in front of you. I never seen nothing like that, bro. You know they not even gonna fit in front of you. The shirt barely fit in front of you, bro. Buddy forgetting his bra. Come on, gang. I got my bra on today. You gotta have your bra on too, bro. You know it's on your period. When you're on your period, the chest a little bit perkier than normal. I got my bra on, bro. You need to keep yours on too.
See, but usually no. Come here. Take them off. Take them off. Come here. Come here.
The man accused of harassing multiple children bursts into tears while being arrested.
Boy!
You gotta go.
You grown. You crying like a little baby right now. But let's be serious. When's the last time you cried like that? Oh! Boy, when I got suspended, bro, I cried like I was 4. I'm thinking my dad go whoop my ass. When you get that call from your mom, like, I'll see you when I get home. Boy, I'ma cry. That's how he crying. He's a grown man with children. You can't cry like your newborn baby. Are you tripping? You're goofy.
Pathetic action, especially when you consider the nature of his crimes.
I'm gonna share some information with you, all right? You're not handcuffed right now. I want you to remain calm and be cool, okay? There's an outstanding warrant. issued for your arrest. It's out of Lake County. Okay, so your beef is not with us. Okay?
He's out of breath.
Cousin House and you have a relationship. Okay, we want to maintain professionalism and respect.
The officer tries to calm Vigilant down and says that
You should have just straight up told him, this how I know you've been around them kids, because now you crying like them.
they will do their best to remain respectful and professional. What's strange about this case, though, is that the sergeant whose body cam is being displayed is actually good friends with Vigilant, hence the polite treatment and the lack of handcuffs at this time.
Yo, bro, don't be doing all of that. He gotta get arrested next. First of all, I gotta tip my hat to cops. When do cops talk to black people like this? Hold up. Maybe not every cop racist, okay? Oh my dare, girl, clock that. Not every cop racist. That's crazy. Look at him, he tubbing him, touching his back. Bro, the last time I remember a black person being touched like that, boy, we was marching for 3 months straight.
In fact, Vigilant is treated so well, he's even allowed to take a call from his wife in the middle of his arrest.
Hey, I'm with Jerry. So, you know how
We can call back in a few minutes.
Okay, they said we can call you back in a few minutes.
What?
I got to put them behind your back, but I got these, okay? And they're bigger, so they'll fit your wrists, okay? All right.
But it's not just the sergeant that seems to know Vigilant. It's the whole squad.
What?
This isn't because he's known to them as a criminal. It's actually because he's a cheerleading coach and choreographer, running a long-standing and well-known cheerleading school.
Oh no! What does he know about cheerleading? He can't even jump. He's telling him to touch his toes for his own good. Wait, what is bro doing on the cheerleading squad? Oh, shout out to the femboys. We making it up, ain't we? Yo, the femboys, we up, boy. We on cheerleading squads, man. Femboys for the win. But seriously though, what his little big ass doing? Sit your little big ass down before I crash. You too big to be doing some cheerleading. You can't even do a split.
Vigilant was known as a pillar of the community, and reviews of his class back this up.
Oh, this EDP in the multiverse? You know the Spider-Man meme where they're looking at multiple people or the same people? Yeah, this EDP, bro. And you! And you, boy! You!
Saying that he and his wife provide a safe and healthy environment and that they've both impacted many kids with their love and support. But it seems that Vigilant took this love a step too far.
Turn around.
He loved them pop cheerleading quizzes. Do a split!
You may think that Vigilant's tears are meant to imply that he's anxious and shocked about this whole situation, but notice how he hasn't once asked what charges the warrant is for. Vigilant actually knows exactly why he's being arrested, and these tears aren't remorseful ones, they're of regret and terror, as he's likely heard stories about what happens to criminals like him in prison.
Oh, I should have never dated those kids! Oh! It popped up on my feed one time. I kept watching. I had to test it out. You're going to jail, boy. I ain't gonna lie. Lucky you. Nobody taking your booty in jail, though. First of all, I know they don't want sweaty hot dog booty. That's one thing. Second thing, anybody try to take your booty when you drop the soap, boy, all that weight, use it for something. You was a PE coach. Use them little PE drills, man. Beat them in badminton for some commissary. God, boy.
Prison.
How long will it take before they can get me?
It's going to be a few hours. I'm being 100% honest with you, Vig. I don't want to hide anything from you. Worst case scenario, if they're going to extradite you, you'll have to stay. That means take you to Lake County. You'll have to wait at the Orange County jail until they transport you to Lake County, and then you'll get bonded out in Lake County. And it's a 50-50 shot. I don't know how they do it. I don't know the process or how they decide it. I'm just letting you know there's a possibility that you might have to stay there till Monday or Tuesday until you go to Lake County.
If Vigilant is shot...
Nah, I would have cried too, though. I would have cried. I'm sorry, bro. Ain't no donuts in jail, buddy. We can be getting ourselves right, though. Do a little bit of sit-ups while you there. You was literally sweating standing there in place, bro. Do a little bit of sit-ups while you in there, man. Come out a different man. Maybe you'll be fine shit, so you don't have to talk to kids, buddy.
I'm not lying to you folks. I'm not a pervert. I'm not anything. I don't know.
Maybe you are.
In March 2019, a
Was
female
that your
student
girl?
told her friends that her 49-year-old teacher had touched her inappropriately the previous month. Soto had pulled her aside from her PE class, pretending to fix a test she had taken. But when they were alone in the room, he touched her inappropriately. Soto was then arrested a month later on a warrant and was brought in for interrogation.
So you say you normally take 3 to 4 kids. What happened this time?
This time it was just her. You know, she was asking me because she goes, I was concerned about Friday because you're going to meet my mommy. and all this stuff. And I said, okay, I wasn't even thinking.
Why?
What do you mean why?
If you're going to take a female student to your classroom, you didn't think to like, let me just grab another.
And honestly, I just wanted to get her work done, get her, and then go back to specials.
Oh, you brought a female student to your classroom for a tutorial. Boy, you was one freaky bull. You was one freaky dude. You done watched too much of the Hub, huh? I seen that video on the Hub, bro. But they was of age, gang. That's not real life. Come on, bro. You should have known anybody who wear their glasses in between the middle of their head where their hairline starts is automatically insane. Come on, bro. Look what's on his head. It's a skint, high top fade with his glasses in between his head. That's a good reason to arrest him right there. The girl wear axe and play Fortnite. What you expect?
And I'm doing great. And like I said, that's my bad.
While she was sitting at the U-shaped or kidney table, did you walk over to check on her?
And not until she said something about her wrist or her arm.
This is all well and good, but the cops are having a hard time figuring out why he was alone in a room with a student in the first place. Things already aren't adding up, and they have to figure this out.
Was she the only one in the classroom with you at the time?
Oh.
Do you normally take kids in the classroom?
No, that's what I was telling them. Normally I try to get a couple kids, and I was just...
Is that like...
No.
Oh, so you try to get a couple kids for your freak off, Diddy? Okay.
Or is that a common practice, or what is that?
It's probably common practice. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it is written somewhere, but if you're going to bring a student back to your classroom, you always bring at least, if there's another adult there, or if not an adult, then you're supposed to bring a couple of kids.
And why didn't you on that day?
I wasn't even thinking.
Oh!
Yeah, and that's why I said, that's my bad. I'll get if I get a count statement from the school, that's fine. All I do was trying to. I knew parents were coming. I just wanted her to get their stuff done, and then that was it.
Bro, you are clearly lying. Bro, I know how you lying because I be lying, and I be lying the same way. I be stuttering when I be lying, so I know you lying because you stuttering when you lying. You're a teacher. You're helping her with her work. How do you stutter and you are a teacher? You went to school for 8 years. You can't even speak English after school for 8 extra years? Boy, you went to college for 10 years. Boy, you got out of college at 30. Stop the cap. You know how to speak English, boy. You read the dictionary for a living. You know how to spell ambidextrous.
Denied the accusations from the start, but this is where he slipped up badly.
What is that thing that's on your door? It's like a black cover. What is it for?
Oh, that's for active assailants.
Do you normally have yours drawn?
It's always up.
Okay, it's always up?
Yeah, unless we have an active challenge and we put it down, or when the kids play with it after school. Because it's only taped.
Okay. Do you ever have yours up for like your planning period where you don't want to be bothered? If you're in the classroom with a student and you notice it's down, would you have fixed it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You didn't notice it was down?
No.
At any time while in the classroom, did you say, hey, I'm going to tickle you? Did you attempt to tickle her? Did you place your hands on her in any other way?
No, other than her arm.
Okay.
Because she's one of those students that, if I did something like that, I know she would tell the whole world.
So you blacked out the room when you got that student alone. Boy, you went to school off a honey pack, ain't you? He off a honey pack in school. You a freak. You a freak. You off a honey pack in school. You's a nasty dude. No socks, Sperry's, the tightest shorts. You got on what you was wearing her clothes too? Look how tight his shorts and small his shorts is. You wearing her clothes too? Boy, you was one freaky bull. Yeah, he a freaky guy. He a freaky guy.
Telling me if you did something to her, she would tell.
Yes.
That's what she
did. Why are
did.
you getting this allegation?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
This suggests that he has thought about it and decided that she's not a good victim. Another super sketchy thing is the fact that the door was covered. It's like Soda was trying to hide whatever was going on in there from everyone else.
I reviewed the school video that day.
Okay.
First thing, she was in a sling. She was in a sling and she was sitting on the bench.
A sling?
She was sitting on the bench next to a little boy. I don't know who he is, but she was sitting on
that Wednesday?
Yes.
No.
Oh, of course you know who she's sitting next to, freaky boy. You had your eyes on her, bruh. You was swiping right on her like it was Tinder, like it was Hinge.
I'm literally telling you. I'm going to tell you what I saw in the school video. She was sitting on the bench with that little boy. She had a sling on her arm.
A sling?
She had a band around her hair, had this big ponytail.
Oh.
I see you come down with your class. Your class sits.
He seen the messy bun.
Walk around for a little bit. You then walk over directly to her. You have some type of conversation. I don't know what the conversation was about. After you have the conversation, she gets up. You guys walk up that stairwell.
The side stairwell, yes.
Walk up the side stairwell.
Side stairwell?
She's to the second floor.
Yes.
What?
She had a sling on.
Oh, he's trying to get handicapped minor cheeks. Oh, she has a sling on? You seen that she had this on her arm, and you said, I gotta get that. You's a nasty dude. You's a disgusting dude. You gotta go.
I honestly don't remember the sling.
Okay.
I knew it was the week before, but
She had a sling on that day. She had a full sling on. Her arm was completely wrapped.
Soto conveniently can't remember the girl's sling, a noticeable detail, yet he somehow recalls their conversation word for word. Investigators point out this inconsistency to make him realize that lying won't work.
Now you remember taking her to the classroom to do work, and
Right.
you remember specific details about her arm was hurting, and you went over to her and you were like, let me see, and you were like touching her arm. If you remember those specific details, I don't understand why you can't remember the detail about the sling, because that would explain why her arm was hurting.
Right, but when I went over there was nothing on her arm.
You was trying, bro, this is nasty work. You're not getting out of this. Yeah, you was a real bungalow kid. Like, you know you was a bungalow? Like, you're a scrub. Like, you're a bungalow, bro. Like, this kid's a doofus. She had a sling on her arm. So you thought she couldn't, like, do nothing when it was time? You really looked at the sling on her arm and you got aroused by a kid with a sling on their arm? Get a search history. Get it. Get the search history. Keep it. Look through it. And put them in jail for that, too.
Even if she didn't have that sling on, her arm would have still been wrapped. The arm was basically...
But it was bare.
Her arm was, in this video, her arm wasn't there.
Right, but when she came to the classroom, it was there.
So she would have had to take that off as she walked up with you, because on video, you walk in front of her, you go around the stairs. So these are the stairs.
Right.
You know how you walk in the door?
Mm-hmm.
You got to turn around, right?
Right.
To walk up the stairs. You're in front of her. She's on your left-hand side. Her arm is completely slinged. I see her go past the video with a sling on her arm, and you continue to walk up. You walk on the right side, she walks on the left.
Okay.
Have you ever tickled her?
No.
Oh, bro, you got tickle wrist? Tickle wrist? Bro, first of all, you going through the back way stairs? Bro, that's where I would go when I would be in school, and I would ask my teacher, can I go to the bathroom, and I'd link up with my little shit in school. You's a nasty dude. You running my method on... Bro, imagine you in school and you want to date a girl and you got to compete with a 40-year-old for your girl. Dude, I would have snitched on you my damn self. You had tech my... I'm 22. You take my 22-year-old bitch. I'm calling the cops still. They got to tell me it's legal face to face.
Not horseplay, like touching her, no.
Have you ever horseplay, grab ass, whatever you want to call it? Have you guys ever did anything that would allude to being a playful manner?
Grab ass? Playful?
Have you joked with her?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys...
But not like one-on-one, joking in the class.
So okay, we're in a group setting. Have you ever tried to tickle her in a group setting?
No.
Soto keeps insisting that he never touched the girl, but the cops are having a hard time believing him with multiple witnesses claiming otherwise.
A lot of other students have told us you'll mess around like every once in a while, like joke around with them and stuff, and sometimes you'll like try to lighten the mood if you see that they're sad or they're down or something like that. Well, they said that you call it like a tickle, like a tickling thing, where you're like, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna tickle you.
But I've never touched anything appropriately.
I got like more than 8 kids who told me that you said, hey, I'm gonna get your tickle spot, and you poke them. Have you ever said, I'm gonna get your tickle spot?
Honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna get your tickle spot? Bro, what type of teachers y'all had, bro? My teacher ain't tickling me. My teacher grabbing the belt and really swinging with her arms. What type of... Hey, I'ma tickle you. That's EDP is. That's EDP game. I'm supposed to be in school learning about science and doing long division. You trying to have long-term relationships.
I mean, I may have, but I don't. Also, if I had a Bible, I would put it right there. I would. I'm sure you.
You trying to say on God in the courtroom?
Or boy, for that matter, in any inappropriate area.
But now he's backtracking, claiming he didn't touch them inappropriately. If he believed he could bluff his way out, he'd stick to his initial denial, but unfortunately for him, there were witnesses to everything.
Have you ever received a complaint from any student on campus?
Yeah, like I told you about 2 years ago.
And what was that complaint exactly?
The same thing, the tickling.
Oh, you've been trying to talk to kids for 2 years. 700 days of hunting down minors. Oh my God, it's just adding up, you know? It's just more of a reason on why you should, like, be punished, you know? Like, it's just more of a reason on why you should never be free again in your life. Boy, you've been hunting minors down for 700 days. You could have gooned for 7, but this is why you gotta goon. Bro, before you find yourself looking at kids, bro, just go goon.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have tickled students.
No, not her.
There have been complaints from multiple students who said that they've heard and seen you gesture toward other students making comments about their bodies.
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever done something
No.
like that?
When confronted about the accusations of improper student touching, Soto pretends to be shocked. These students come from different classrooms and grades, making it impossible for them to come up with a made-up story.
So are these kids all lying on you?
Don't know.
You don't, well, that...
I know.
Well, hold on one second. You said she was lying, but earlier you told me that if you were to ever do something, you know that she would be the one who would just go out there and tell the world.
Exactly.
So why is she telling the world?
I don't know.
See, the thing about these teachers is, man, this is why if you gonna do weird stuff, boy, everybody in the class better have an A. Everybody in it. Boy, ain't no way I got a C in the class and you curse me out every time you see me, then you go mac up on the girl who sits in the front of the class. I'm snitching on you too. Man, I'm the type of person, bro, they would have asked me, do I think the teacher do that? I'm gonna say yes with no evidence. I'm lame, I'm wrong. I'm a hater.
I'm very confused and upset.
But one of the kids that said that you were one of her favorite teachers.
Literally said that you're her favorite teacher in the whole wide world, and she has so much fun in your class.
Mm-hmm. I tried to.
So why the lie?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, I don't know why they're lying.
Right.
And I don't know why it's a whole bunch of people telling me the same story.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing this stuff for going on 11 years now. And when details and stories don't change, there's usually something to it. So what I want to do is I don't want you to paint yourself as this bad person, this monster.
Okay?
Hang on. I want you to paint yourself maybe as the person who may have made a mistake.
The cop even...
Bro, you sitting up here, you probably was teaching anatomy, wasn't you? Boy, you was giving real life examples. Okay, ladies, so this is the butt. That what you were doing, cuzzo? That what you were doing? That's just what you was doing. You was a freaky guy.
Even allowed him to claim it was a mistake, but Soto was not budging.
I need for you,
I gotta pee.
to be honest with me, if you accidentally touched her, or if you did something in a way that, or reaching over her,
Right.
glazed over her shoulders or something, just tell me.
And I have no problem with that.
Because that's not inappropriate touching.
Right. I have no problem with that. Like I told you last night, I have no problem. If I make a mistake, I'll confess up to it.
Yeah.
But if I know I truly didn't do something...
Her grades, she went from an A student, I mean high marks in your class.
Mm-hmm.
She was doing extremely well. And then, as strange as it is, right after this February 13th, this Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
this specific date that we're focused so hard on right now, we've been talking about for the last, hour, why are her grades plummeting?
I don't know.
I mean, 60s. I mean, like, she's doing terribly now in your class.
That's why we had to talk with the parents, with the 504.
But
you made her fail the class because she wasn't letting you get none? Man. Bro, I had a 1.2 GPA in school, bro. My teacher should have told me they wanted a little bit of heady. You know what I'm saying? I had a 1.2 GPA, bro. You mean to tell me all I had to do was drop a little bit of dome ski on the teacher, I would have passed?
But the 504 talk happened on a Friday,
Correct, yes.
long before her grades started plummeting.
The significant drop in the girl's grades is a concerning sign that something traumatic might have occurred, and
He
the
ain't let her
timing is
hit. She
too
ain't
good
let him
for it to
hit.
be a coincidence. Soto tried to act like the time alone with the student wasn't a big deal, but the investigator pointed out it was enough time for something bad to happen.
She was only in my class for roughly 15 minutes. So there's still good...
15 minutes is long enough.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with you folks.
Oh, what you trying to say, bro? 15 minutes is definitely long. Nigga like me need 10 seconds. So get it a little clear, cuz. We know you don't need that much time, bro. I'm the type of dude, bro. I'm out the game before I even start the game. On God. On G.O.D. I can recall at least 10 times I'm out the game before I even start the game. So what you mean by 15 minutes ain't enough, Unc?
So these kids who are telling me that you're making comments about their bodies, multiple kids are lying, multiple kids are telling me that, you know, that you've reached and you've touched them in inappropriate places. Those kids are lying. This child who says that you are her favorite teacher in the world is telling me that you have touched her and now she's lying. So it's the world against you.
I'm just telling you what I know.
Soto keeps claiming he can't recall touching children that way and doesn't understand why his story differs from others. So the investigator quit the friendly approach, pressing him harder, hoping to get something out of him.
Hey, you know he like that harder stuff. He's in a drought. You already know how he goes, bro. He was trying to find love. He found a lawsuit.
You did make a mistake when you commented about these girls, talked about their bodies. You did make a mistake when you reached out and you touched these students. You made a mistake. I get mistakes. I don't think you're a bad person. I don't want to think that about you.
I appreciate it.
I need you to help me, though.
Even if I said this, is that a...
Boy, he about to fold right now. Nigga like me would have folded. I did it. I did it. Why you look at me like that? What's up? Why she looking at me like that? Bro, what's that look for? Bro, why she looking at me like that? Why she looking at me like that? Che caso se Troia sta prendendo il té. Il té. I told you it's the look.
I don't know. I could have. I don't know.
You could have.
I just don't know.
Soto's story is slowly falling apart, and the detectives are closing in on the truth. However, what Soto accidentally admitted to next might just be the final nail in his coffin.
Why are the cameras showing me what telling me?
I don't know.
You don't know? If the camera is in your classroom and it's showing us what she told us, how don't you know?
Why can't you explain that to me?
I don't know.
You have to know either you did it or you didn't, and the camera shows you did it. So tell me what happened, why you did it. Tell me why. I know it happened. I know it did. I watched it. Why?
Was it an accident?
No. Nothing. I mean, I don't do anything for...
It wasn't an accident.
To touch her?
Yeah.
If like I said, if I touched her, that I don't recollect. If I touch her, then it's an accident.
But you just said
this was not an accident. It wasn't. I don't know why we're holding on to this. There are cameras in the classroom. You know about them.
Cameras in the classroom and you trying to get your freak on?
What happened? Tell me.
Now you see, that's the only physical touch he's gotten in a while, bro. He done had to touch kids. This is enough.
It was at this point that Soto realized he was playing with fire for far too long, so he finally did the smart thing and asked for his lawyer.
No matter what, I'm going to lose my career. I'm probably going to go to jail after tonight.
Why are we stuck on that?
Because that's my whole future is teaching. I'm not going to ever... I'll get fired right after this. If I go to jail tonight, I'm going to be fired.
We're not here by mistake, and we're not here by accident, and everything is in God's plan. It's by His design.
Bro, shut your ass up, even though you're stating facts right now.
And we're not all perfect.
Oh, I know.
Why she trying to gaslight? Like, bro, you sound like me when I get caught cheating on Shorty.
Soto was charged with 1 count of lewd behavior and 1 charge of of a minor. He was granted a $75,000 bond and walked out of jail.
He got 75K? Teachers getting money? Bro, 12 times 12, 144. I've been lying. 9 times 10 is 90, bro. 6 times 6 is 36. 5 times 5 is 50. Just please. I'm going to school. Bro, I know Shakespeare. Bro, I'll read a page of Shakespeare right now. Look, bro, if you don't got it like that, it's cool. Just goon. Because at least if you goon, you will lose the heart to commit a crime. Shout out these 4 people right here. If you want to shout out like this video, let me know you liked it in the comment section, bro. The video been going on way too long. I gotta go.